Hey guys, so let's do a core workout on your mat. This won't take long and this will be proper core work. So we're not going to engage those hip flexors. We're not going to engage those lower back extensors. We're truly gonna focus on our core. So let's start laying all the way down. We're gonna start off by finding our neutral spine position. So this is tailbone anchored, little gap of space under the lumbar spine, belly button pulled down, hands down by the side, shoulder blades flat. Connect your rib cage down to the mat. Then we're gonna lift right leg to tabletop, bring the left leg to meet it. I always like to start with the alternating leg extension so we can inhale to send it long and exhale to bring it in. And all you're doing is you're just warming up that core. Inhale and exhale. Sylvie's got her head of her nutcracker. And inhale, left leg. Exhale, bring it in. Trying to keep the rib cage down and keep the spine in neutral. That's all we're doing here, just warming up the core. Want to make it harder? Get a dog to stand on your stomach. That will definitely make it harder. And right leg. Left leg and bring it in. Squeeze the legs together, flex the feet. Keep the 90-degree at the knees. We're just gonna tap the heels to the floor and then bring them back up. So you wanna do this without letting the back arch here. We're keeping the rib cage connected, keeping the tailbone down. And we're doing the same breath. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. When you inhale, we want to try not to dome those lower abdominals. We are keeping them pulled down to our vertebrae. Just tapping the heels, keeping that 90-degree at the knee, trying to keep the shoulders flat on the mat, always giving corrections that I need. You may feel this in your hip flexors, but don't worry, because we're in that neutral spine, we're actually in a lengthened position for our hip flexor, so we're not shortening them. We're strengthening them in a lengthened position, which is good for us. Let's do 2 more here. 2. And 1. And then we can hug the knees into the chest. You can round that tailbone up and off. And then place the tailbone back down. Tuck the chin into the chest. Curl up to gaze toward those thighs. This is called double leg stretch. So we're going to inhale and send everything long. Exhale, circle the arms around and pull the knees in. Make sure my mic is okay. Inhale, send it all long. Exhale, circle around and squeeze. Inhale, send it all long. Don't drop the head here. Exhale, circle around and squeeze. Inhale, send it all long. Exhale, circle around and squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, circle around and squeeze. 2 more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, circle around and squeeze. And last one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, circle around and squeeze. Lower the head down, keeping those knees into the chest for a moment. And now, I like to bring my arms to like a cactus here. So elbows are parallel with our shoulders, and our palms can be up toward the ceiling. You're gonna bring your legs to tabletop and then rotate heels together, toes apart. So you can bring your thighs a little bit closer if you can without changing the neutral spine position. So I like shoulders here so that I can't use my hands to counterbalance here. So we exhale to send the legs long. Inhale to bend them in. Trying not to dome the abdominals. Exhale. And inhale, bend. So all of this, if we need to send the legs a little bit higher as a modification and bend in, is totally fine. And we are having bad weather over here, so you may hear lots of rain on my metal building. Exhale, send it long. Inhale, bend it in, trying to keep the rib cage down. Exhale, send it long. Inhale, bend it in. Maybe your legs don't get all the way straight, but what we want to do, no matter what, is keep the heels squeezing together. We do not want them to open. If that means our knees are connected, bend the knees a little bit to keep the heels connected. And bend in. 1 more, send it long, hold it there. We're gonna lift up to the ceiling, maintain neutral spine, only as high as you can go, maintaining, and then lower back down. And then lift it up, maintain that neutral spine, and lower back down. And lift, woo, and lower, and lift, and lower. If you feel this in your spine, that means you're not maintaining neutral. We need to feel this in our core. I know people would want to put their hands under their butt here, but that just makes it easier. We're not about easy. One more. And lower. And bend the knees in, relax for just a moment. Woo, that gets fiery. Love it. All right. Now we're gonna do some pelvic tilts, which is gonna engage those lower abdominals. The leg lower and lifts also work the lower abdominals, but we're gonna work them even more. So we're gonna bring our legs up to our tabletop and glue our legs together. Once again, I like cactus arms for this because I don't like to use my arms to tilt my pelvis. I like to use my core. So neutral spine, we take an inhale. On our exhale, we tilt the pelvis, connect the lumbar spine to the mat, try and press the knees to the ceiling, and then inhale and bring it back into neutral. So we're not rocking the knees closer to us. We're tilting the pelvis, pressing the knees toward the ceiling, and then inhaling back into neutral. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. Girl, you're in my way. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. She is ripping that thing apart. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. If you feel like you need the hands, exhale, press. You can lower them, but try not to just use your elbows to do this. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. Two more. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. Last one. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. Woo, and relax. Woo, that's good. That's very good. All right, we can grab behind the knees and kick ourselves up to a seated position. So for this one, I'll face kind of 45 degrees. It'll be the best angle for me. So from here, if you can't sit up nice and tall, you can always grab a block or an extra mat or a blanket or a pillow. Place that underneath your sits bone so that you're slightly elevated. That's gonna be easier on your hip flexors. So we stand up nice and tall. Sit up nice and tall. And you can have your feet a little wider than your shoulders. If you're one of my flexible friends, if you want to bring them a little bit wider, you can, but that's actually going to help you more and take it out of your obliques. So hands come behind the head. I like to say like you're in a toaster here. So if I'm in a toaster, I'm not going forward, bending, anything like that. I'm going side to side. So keeping both sits bones on the mat, lifting up out of the spine, arching over to the right side. And then exhaling, coming back into the center. And arching up and over to the left. And coming back into the center. Inhale as you do this. And exhale, come back into the center. I could feel my elbow move forward there. And inhale, left side. Try and keep the neck long here as well. And exhale, center. Sometimes we tuck the chin, and it actually makes it easier. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left. And exhale. That's working those obliques. Inhale, right. And exhale. One more. Inhale, left. And exhale. Whew, all right, I got a little bit of obliques. Now, let's do a roll down, and we're gonna add a twist. So, here we go. You're gonna place your feet flat on the mat. Your knees can be slightly open, hands to the front of the knees, and sit up nice and tall. Once we find that beautiful position, we can release the arms, scoop the abdominals, round the pelvis, down toward the mat, and come about halfway. We're gonna take a little pulse here. So we're gonna pulse it back an inch and lift up. Pulse it back an inch and lift. Try and relax the shoulders. Try and scoop the belly button even more here. Back and lift. And back, there's like a little red thing on my screen, and I'm wondering what that means. It also showed you the edge of my wall. I didn't want that. And lift. It's a learning curve. And lift. Two more. I'm not talking to you, Sylvie. And up. Last one, lower it down, hold it there. We're gonna twist over to one side and come back into the center. Twist over to the other side and center. And twist, keep that belly button pulled in. And twist, and center, and twist, and center, twist, and center. One more each side, twist, and center. Last one, twist, and center, bring it up. Ooh, relax for a moment. You can do a little arch there. Stretch through the front of the body. And what we're gonna do to finish is we're gonna do our little psoas stretch. So kneeling, nice square position. Scoop the pelvis underneath you. Drop the chin to your chest. So the purpose of all of these abs was to not tighten the psoas, but just to make sure, I recommend after all core work, stretch your psoas muscle. We do not need those tight hip flexors. It's what's gonna cause that low back pain. So stretch them out. And we can change sides, scooping the abdominals underneath you, dropping the chin to the chest, finding that length through the front of the hip. Whew. And there you go, a quick ab workout that you can add to the end or beginning or whatever you want of your workout routine today. Just remember to stretch your psoas. Okay, love you, bye-bye.